Hey there, and welcome to the Life Couple vlog. I'm Dr. Kristie Overstreet. I'm a clinical sexologist, certified sex therapist, and psychotherapist. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about intimacy, but I want you to think about intimacy meaning more than you think it might. So, to start with, when you hear the term intimacy, what do you think about? What comes to mind? For many people, they hear intimacy and they automatically think of sex. And intimacy doesn't mean the same to everybody. So if you're thinking intimacy equals sex, you've got somebody next to you that may not be thinking that at all. When I think about intimacy, I see it as a connection, the ability to connect with your partner. So there's actually 12 different types of intimacy. And of course, physical or sexual intimacy is one of them, but there's 11 others, which means there's 11 different ways that you can connect within your relationship that is outside of sex and physical intimacy. Now, physical intimacy and sexual intimacy is extremely important. However, for most couples, one of the biggest problems is there's a disconnect. One partner is thinking, I don't want to be sexual with you if you can't connect with me on an emotional level. And maybe the other partner is saying, I don't really care about an emotional connection. I really want a sexual connection. So the place to start will be to look at how you define intimacy, defining it for yourself, but then also asking your partner how they say intimacy. Ask them, hey, when you think of intimacy, what comes to mind? Just having the conversation around the differences and how you view it can build trust between the two of you and definitely work on your communication intimacy. As I said earlier, there are 12 different types of intimacy, such as recreational intimacy, when you go do something fun together and you're feeling really connected. There's also work intimacy, where you're working together and doing things and feeling connected. As well as there's a conflict intimacy. Let's say something happens within the family dynamic or the relationship, and whatever happens through that, you actually end up being closer. So in a future video, when I go over those 12 different types of intimacy, you're going to get exact exercises on how you can work to improve those. So since you may be seeing intimacy totally different than your partner, it's also important for you to know what might be blocking your view of their intimacy, as well as the ability to connect all together. A couple of things may be, maybe you're blaming one another. Maybe there's expectations of you and your partner that might be realistic or even unrealistic. Maybe one of you have withdrawn affection for the other. Maybe one person is shutting down any attempts at sex or emotional connection. Some couples are stuck in superficial communication where they don't talk about anything of real value except the logistics. And that can totally block the intimacy within a relationship. So my challenge for you this week is to start thinking about intimacy in a different kind of way. Think about it outside of the normal realm of how you see it. And more importantly, start this conversation with your partner, asking them what they think about it, how they define it. Is there any area in their relationship when it comes to intimacy that they want to see improved? So until next week, I really want you to hone in on intimacy, your definition of it, and the conversations around it. So good luck with your intimacy weekly challenge, and I'll see you next week.